What's up, people? Today we are going to be getting into my horror movie marathon. Stay tuned because we are going to be getting into Dracula, Bram Stokers Dracula, coming up next. So 1992's Bram Stokers Dracula. This was directed by Francis Ford Coppola, the director of The Godfather. You know, he directed a lot of other films that don't really feel like The Godfather, and this is definitely one of them. It stars the great Gary Oldman as Dracula. I couldn't picture a better Dracula. Well, except for Willem Dafoe, and he played Dracula later on. But hey, he is an awesome Dracula. And right from the get-go, during the first scene of the film where there is this all-out war and Dracula is trying to get to his wife who is about to be murdered, we find out that this is going to be a very dramatic Dracula. And that is what Gary Oldman brings to this role. He is going to just have these like over-exaggerated hand motions. He brings a lot to this role. I really do like him, and I like him in this, and yeah, this is one of those performances I actually admire because it was when Gary Oldman was just crazy Gary Oldman and not Gary Oldman, the serious actor like he is today. And this is one of my favorite portrayals of Dracula in film, just because I really do dig Gary Oldman in this. And I like his powers too. They're kind of crazy. He can like possess dogs like rabid wolves, and like he can actually turn into a bat. He turns into a bat at the end of this movie, and it looks creepy as hell. But hey, we can't have a cheesy 90s movie without a bad Keanu Reeves performance, and he is pretty bad here as Jonathan Harker. Now, Jonathan is about to get married to his fiancée, Mina, played by Winona Ryder here, and these are just people that can't do accents. You know what I'm saying? Besides Gary Oldman, these performances in this movie are cheesy, but they are good. They are pulpy, cheesy goodness. Especially when Keanu Reeves gets like tempted by these like three women and his reaction to it, like, goosh, goosh, ah! It is so horrible that I love it, man. I love it. So eventually, Dracula sees Harker's wife, and he sees that she looks a lot like his wife. And as a matter of fact, they're played both by Winona Ryder, just to make those comparisons hit home, and yeah. So he seeks her out, and he romances her, and he actually possesses her best friend in the process. And that is where Anthony Hopkins comes in as like a crazy-ass scientist Van Helsing who is just like mad and wants to kill everything. And that is what this movie is going to bring, people. This movie knows exactly what it wants to be, just bad, pulpy goodness. And with that, I just feel like this movie absolutely exceeds in that. You can take elements of it seriously, but you can also just have some real good fun with it. Have some fun with these bad performances and enjoy Gary Oldman's like awesome-ass Dracula performance. This movie amps up at the end in ways that you have to see to believe. I think that it's an awesome ending for this movie. And even though this movie is long, it still never overstays its welcome. It's a really good time. Guys, you'll want to check this out. I give it an 8 out of 10. Coming up next, I have the 4K review for Dracula that just came out at the beginning of this month. And after that, I actually have my Cabin in the Woods review coming up. That was also released in 4K, and I'm going to be reviewing that for you guys as well. I thank you all for watching so early on. You guys are great, and I will see all of you next time.